Patrick Henry believed that the new federal courts created by the United States Constitution at the Constitutional Convention would swallow up the state courts, particularly on tax matters. In his first speech on Monday, June 23rd, he noted, quote, "The probable interference of the federal judiciary with the state judiciaries, the dangers and difficulties which would arise to the citizens from the operation of a federal revenue law when entrusted to a federal collector might be attended with the property of the citizens seized and sold for 1/10 part of its value. They ousted from their house and home." Close quote. Is this not an exact description of that disagreeable daughter of the United States Constitution, the Internal Revenue Service? Although Jefferson was not among the founding fathers at the Constitutional Convention, he had complained of King George in the Declaration of Independence that, quote, "He has sent forth swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance," close quote. Patrick Henry could not believe that within such a short time Americans would assemble at the Constitutional Convention to impose upon themselves a tyranny making that of King George look tame by comparison. In conclusion, Patrick Henry noted that the U.S. Constitution given us by the Founding Fathers, quote, "will be an empire of men and not of laws. Your rights and liberties rest upon men," close quote. Note that he described government under the U.S. Constitution as an empire, an extensive group of lands or countries under a single supreme authority. In contrast to the competing system of courts established under the U.S. Constitution by the Founding Fathers, the Bible gives us a cooperative system of courts in a confederacy of loosely knit tribes or states. The executive and judiciary were blended when, quote, "Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, leaders of thousands, of hundreds, of fifties, and of tens," close quote. Easy cases they decided themselves, but difficult cases they would appeal to Moses. Quote, "And they judged the people at all times. The difficult dispute they would bring to Moses, but every minor dispute they themselves would judge." Close quote. Note that appeal was not allowed by the litigants, as under the United States Constitution, but rather by the judge who did not feel qualified to decide the case, according to Exodus 18:25-26. At HistoryMythbusters.wordpress.com, you get the story behind the story. Only a return to the law of God in our legal system will save America.